Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Kokomo Bobkast. This is a weekly show we do here on the Kokomo Post Sports where we sit down with some of the members of the Kokomo Bobkats. We talk all about the game. We introduce a new player, all these things. It's a weekly show we do here. Coach, how are you?
Man, I'm doing great. I lost my voice this weekend.
Yeah,
it was exciting and loud in the Memorial Gym.
It was great. Great weekend.
Man, it was great. It was awesome.
And then with us also is Johnny Griffin Jr., which, by the way, if there was an award, I don't think there is, for the best name in the TBL, you'd win that award. Johnny, you are born for stardom with that name. I don't know who named you or where. Is it a family name or anything like that? Well, it's a junior, so your dad.
Oh, yeah, I'm named after my father.
Love that. Yeah. Best name in the TBL. Love it. So, Johnny, how are you? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing great. It was good to get a couple wins this weekend. Our first 2 wins in the conference at home, actually. So it was good. Now we just got to keep it going.
Yeah. And I was at both games this weekend, fully enjoyed it. It was kind of funny. So Saturday night's game, I was there with my daughter. My wife and everybody else stayed home, but I was there with Ellie. And I was excited. Ellie was going to sit with me. And we were going to have like father-daughter time. I was maybe going to teach her some things about basketball. She was going to sit and watch the game. About halfway through the first quarter, she sees a group of her friends, and she was gone. So I was all by myself on Saturday night. But it was fun. It was, like you said, Memorial Gym was great this weekend. Both crowds were really into the game. Great games. Let's talk about Friday night's game, which was against a new, actually both of these are new in-state rivals for the Bobcats. But the first one was Indiana All-Americans. We ended up coming up on top with 121-116. Hawk, first game back. We teased about it last week. Sam was in your seat last week, and he couldn't fully tell me that he was back, but he was back, but he wasn't fully. So Hawk's back, and his first game, he made a big impression. He had 29 points, went 12 for 21, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. This guy had 22 points, 10 for 12, 15 boards, 2 assists. Probably one of the best games you've ever had. That's a solid game, Johnny.
One of them.
I was joking with him before we started. Like, did you get all the rebounds for the team? Because he had 15 boards. So well done. Fudge came in, which was good to see Fudge back on the court too, because I know he's been dealing with little tiny injuries, just pesky injuries all season. He had 15 points, went 7 for 12, 3 boards and 1 assist. Devin Harris, 14 points, 6 for 8. Great night of shooting for him, 3 boards and 1 assist. And then Mike Tillman had 12 points, 4 for 7. 2 boards, 1 assist. And the thing about the All-Americans, other than their silly name, which I will continue to make fun of their name because it's a silly name for a basketball team, they can shoot. My goodness. How many threes did they hit? Do you have it on your sheet over there? Because I feel like high percentage of their total points had to be from threes. They just did not miss.
Well, it's really deceptive. They shot 35%. They were shot 12 for 35. Which was 34.3.
That's a lot of threes.
It's a lot of threes, but they hit a lot of threes down the stretch. That's what made it seem like they were really into it. But all in all, we contained them pretty well. We wanted to make sure that we ran them off the three-point line, and then if they did take a 3, it was a contested.
Sure, yeah. And their leading scorer, number 4, Tayshaun Johnson, had 36 points. He went 11 for 20 with 3 boards and 5 assists. And then they had 2 other players with 20 points that night. So you're looking at those guys, 76 of their 116 points came from 3 guys.
Well, and that's how they play. There's 3 guys on that team, and we've concentrated on those 3 guys. We want to make sure we contain them. We're not going to stop them because they shoot.
They're just shooters.
Well. They shoot the ball too well. But if we contain them and then also shut down their bench, the other guys who make sure they're non-factors, and then we did a good job with that.
Well, what's important to remember, so this is the second time we've played them this year, and the first time we lost by not a small amount, right? It wasn't a great loss. What was at least by over 10 points.
It was 12 points.
12 points, something like that. So we came back and beat them this time. So that's good. And honestly, it's good for many reasons. Obviously, we get the W, but it's good for the rivalry too.
Yeah,
that new in-state rivalry.
It's building up that third game we come up and we play them again. So and we won't play them until May.
May. Gotcha.
And it's going to be down the stretch when everyone's basically vying for that the last playoff spot because in our division, there's 2 coming out of our division to go to the playoffs.
Yeah. So Friday night was a great game, great crowd in Memorial Gym. And then Saturday night, no different. Great game, back and forth battle. We pulled out ahead in the beginning. And I remember one of our first shows we did this year, he said, yeah, well, Bobcats, if we pull out ahead, we like to let them come back a little just to make it more entertaining. It's for the fans, right? It's for the fans.
Yeah.
But we got the victory 85-79 over the Lebanon Leprechauns. Once again, very silly name for a basketball team, but that's fine. Larry Plummer. Plum came in with 14 points. He was 5 for 10 with 5 boards and 5 assists. Ace Arnett came in with 11 points, 4 for 10, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. Hawk came in 11 points. He went 1 for 13 with 7 boards and 3 assists. So we were joking a little bit before the show started that Hawk got it all out in that first game, and then he struggled shooting in that second game. And then Avery Edwards had 9 points, 3 for 5, 9 boards and 2 assists, so 1 board off of double-double. Mm-hmm. And Mike Tillman, his 9 points came all from threes. That guy can shoot the 3 ball. Was 3 from 7, 1 board and 3 assists. So this was a good game. And I noticed you and the other coach, you guys had fun on Saturday night. So you know him. You guys have a history, right?
We go back. We were coaching over in the Middle East together in Qatar.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we're very familiar with each other. We used to always have breakfast and dinners and stuff together. So we're really good friends. And, they were teasing me before the game, my little viral video.
About you falling?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted to bring that up today.
I'm gonna bring it up because he's here, and I was guarding Johnny, and he pushed me. You guys didn't see the part. They cut the part where he took his 2 hands and pushed me down.
Johnny,
that's what it was. I lost my balance.
Because you can't move him.
No, he got me with a good back cross back forth, and I lost my balance, and then they joked with me, and they brought me a cushion. A Lebanon cushion, and said, we brought this cushion for you so you can have a seat on.
Love that.
I know you're
probably sore. You're a little bruised.
So I said, okay, all right. So we were joking about that, but like I said, it was just one of those games that we went up early, and then we lost a little focus on what we were doing out there, and Lebanon's the type of team that they're going to keep fighting until they get back into a ball.
And that's exactly what they did. Yeah,
they made it a ball game. I kept telling them, guys, look here, fellas, we can't let them back in a ball game because if we do, it's going to be a dogfight.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it was. Yeah,
the dogfight.
Yeah, it came down to us hitting some free throws at the end to really pull ahead.
No, we really didn't hit no.
It needs to be discussed. Free throws were not our strong point this weekend.
It needs to be discussed because if they shot just as poorly as we did, so that was the
thank God,
the thing that really came down to it. If they would hit some free throws, it would have been a different ball game.
Well, I mean, both of these games, fellas, if we would have hit even maybe 50% of our free throws, we would have won by 20.
Yeah, and that's one thing we have to start knowing. And this week, we got a chance. We're going to be in Memorial Gym shooting on the rims more often.
Got it.
We only usually get a chance to play there. I mean, shoot there is game day.
Yeah.
So, this week, hopefully that'll help out a lot with guys getting used to the rim and the background and everything.
Sure.
Because it changes from all the time. But
little variables can make a difference, yeah.
Yeah, and I just like to get these guys focused in on hitting at least 70%. We got to get to that 70%.
Is that a doable number?
It's real doable.
Okay.
You just got to stay focused. We stay focused, we can make 70%.
Yeah, I mean,
some more.
The away team has the excuse of noise to miss free throws on an away game, right? I mean, Memorial Gym goes crazy. We got the drum line going, which I've got an idea for the drum line, but the drum line's going crazy. The crowd's going crazy. DJ Jansen's doing some crazy stuff. I mean, they've got every excuse in the book to miss free throws. We don't have a lot of excuses at home.
Like I said, I love our gym. Like I said, that's our sixth man coming off the bench because sometimes we're down and we need a little boost to get us back. And it takes us one play to spark everything. And once it sparks, it's going to be ignited and it's going to be infernal. So that's one good thing about Memorial Gym.
Yeah. By the way, my drumline idea. is I think it's pretty mobile to move those drums. That drum line needs to be whatever end of the court that they're shooting, like swap it at halftime, like move it to the end. Cause to get right in their face, that'd be fun. Or even split them, like half one end, half the other. That'd be fun. But John, any takeaways, I guess, from this weekend's games? This show is fun to do when we come away, with no losses on the weekend. So it's a good show today. It's fun to be here. But any takeaways? I mean, obviously you had a great game Friday night. Any thoughts on the games this weekend?
Well, really, we did good going 2-0. I think we made a big step as far as growth as a team, being able to actually finish the game out and actually come away with the win. So that's what I like about what we did this weekend. Now we're gonna keep getting better. Coach put us in a great position. He let us know from the start of the week what he wants from us, and that's what we work on in order to prepare for the next game. So, now we're gonna get 2 more wins.
I sent you a text Friday night, and I meant it. I was watching the game Friday night, and I feel like for the first time, or maybe the most I've seen this season, which, let's be honest, like the season didn't start great.
No, it didn't.
We started off real rough this season, and that was weird probably for you. That was weird for the fans compared to last year. But on Friday night, I sent you a story. I said, I feel like I'm starting to understand the story you're writing with this team. And more than ever, they looked like a complete team on Friday night.
Well, you know what? We are getting there. We still have some adjustments to do. But player personnel-wise, we still have to focus on and understand what it is each and every one of those players can do and get them to understand what I need them to do and what I think they're capable of doing. And my job is to put them in position to succeed, not to put them in a position where they're failing, but put them in a position for them to succeed. And if they do what they're supposed to do, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, I think the analogy we used, it might have been the first show we did this season, where it's not just about having the right players on the bus. It's having the right players in the right seats on the bus.
That's correct.
And sometimes it takes a minute to find out maybe the seat you think a player fits isn't the right seat, or maybe that player needs to realize like, oh, I'm in this seat, not this seat, and it takes a while to really start to melt together as a team. But Friday night I was watching those guys, everybody was having fun, which that's always a sign, when you're up by like 17, if you're not having fun, then something else is really wrong. But everybody was having fun. And I was sitting next to my wife, and both of us looked at each other, and we were up by a large number. And I looked down, I'm like, man, Devin hasn't even played like a whole quarter. We have so much talent now. And it's just, when you really start to see it like that, it's crazy. Honestly, it's a hard spot for you. Who do I play? Everybody's good.
Well, that's the whole point I wanted to make this year was I want to make sure we're talented enough and deep enough to withstand anybody. If someone goes down, we're not scrambling trying to say, who are we going to do? What am I going to do? I go open the cupboard up and the cupboard is bare. When I open the cupboard up, I say,
it's so much.
What do I want to do? So that was the best part about this team is we are so deep, so talented, and anybody can fill it at any given time.
Yeah.
If you look at the middle of our roster is interchangeable.
Yep.
I can play Ace at 1. I can play Johnny at 3. I can play him at 4. I can play Duck at the 3. I can play Duck at the 2. So I got so many interchangeable parts. And that's what makes it so much fun is when I'm looking down that bench, I'm looking at who, where, and when can I put somebody in.
Yeah, and I've heard this my entire life. Teams like that, teams that are just deep, those are teams that do well in playoff settings. Yeah, those are the teams that can win championships, because if somebody's tired, you don't have a lull with a guy coming in off the bench. Correct. You're there. You got talent coming off the bench that is just as good as this guy coming, to sit on the bench. And I want to give a shout out too, because I had so many moments. I don't know. I'm not much older than guys on the team, but I'm a dad, so I get this dad mentality towards anybody younger than me. I'm so proud of Larry Plummer.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the leadership I see that kid have on the court after watching him last year. He's a different human being to me.
Well, you know what? And that's what Larry has grown into how to be a point guard and how to be a leader. Last year I told him, I said, you're about a year and a half behind. So he's taking the time this summer to work on that. I said the same thing for Duck. Duck is starting to grow up and understand what his role is on this team.
Yeah.
He comes in, he fills in. He does a great job at defending guys, stepping up to the challenge of making big baskets. So, I mean, like I said, I'm proud of both of those two from last year, the growth they've made.
Oh, both. I mean, there was a moment, too, where Larry, it was cool to see Larry and Hawk be on the court together again. And, like, they're literally like brothers right now because they played a year, and, like, Larry was in no way the player he was last year that he is this year. And like Hawk is noticing that and respecting that. And it was just really cool. Yeah, I'm looking at this kid from this tiny place in Louisiana, Sicily Island, Louisiana. Nobody says it like him. Just be a leader. And one of the things too, one of the things I noticed too is he's a learner still, because there's so many moments, and you guys probably noticed this too, when Larry, I don't know, maybe he screws up at something and you're talking to him, he's laser on you. He wants to learn in the moment. He wants to learn on practice, and like, he's there, he's leading. And another thing, I don't know, whenever I'm at the game, if you guys ever want to say hi or anything, I'm always behind the bench. I don't sit on the other side. I want to hear what you guys talk about on the bench. I want to see the players and interact with it. And one thing I noticed about Larry too, he owns up. When he screws up, he's like, yeah, it's on me. And that means so much, right?
Well, it's like right now, it's his little brother growing up and big brother acknowledging him. And that's Hawk. Hawk is acknowledging that, hey, he's growing up. He's not that guy. I was undependable last year. He's more dependable this year. So that's my ride or die guy. So I'm gonna make sure.
Plum, I'm proud of you. I hope you watch this. I hope you see that, because I'm so proud of that kid right now. I feel like he's just killing it, and the growth I've seen in him in a year is just nuts. And I put my dad hat on with him. I'm not his dad or anywhere close to it, but like, I feel proud of him like I do like my own kid. It's just really cool to see Plum. All right, so let's talk about this weekend. We've got another 3-game weekend coming up. On Friday night, we've got the Medora Timberjacks, which we've played them quite a few times already. And then on Saturday night, we got the Kentucky Enforcers. Once again, I think we played them once.
We played them once. Their place with no.
That's right.
No NBA threes. They had a lot of high school, college threes.
Talking about that.
They were on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Sunday night we play one of the Canadian teams again, the Windsor Express. So just a note, those don't count towards our TBL record. Correct.
Yes, but I'm keeping score because they got us up in Windsor. And KW got us with Windsor. We gave them one back.
Yes,
so we got to send them back with an L.
Yeah. So as of right now, our record is 3-6. So we could leave this weekend 5-6. And I was looking at that, and we're not a 3-6 team.
Oh no, not at all.
And I was talking to some other people at the game. I'm like, it's crazy too when you look at that bad stretch we had to begin the season. And not just like attitude wise or like skill wise, player wise and personnel wise, we're almost a completely different team, so that's not us anymore. We're not that 3-6, but we do have to battle back to get back into like the positive record.
The 2 games we lost at home could have went either way. So that could be, we could easily be 5-3 right now. So it's we're at a danger point. I mean, you that one team and start sneaking up on you, be like, I don't know if I want to play with them right now, because they're getting their groove.
Clicking.
They're getting their groove.
Yeah.
And we're just getting ready to start getting our groove. Once we start getting our groove, it's going to be lights out.
I'm not kidding. On Friday night, I was watching you guys. I'm like, I don't know, anybody can beat them right now. Just like the way you guys were playing together on Friday night, and the personalities were all coming together, and everybody was vibing, and it was just great basketball. I'm like, I don't know who could beat us right now. So we're 3-6 technically, but in my head, we're not. We're not a 3-6 team. We can't be defined by that. We've just got to keep moving forward and keeping some wins going. So those are the games. We got a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon game this weekend. I'll be out of town, so this is the first games I'm missing. I'm going to miss you guys.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna miss a great game because
I'll watch online.
Friday we have military.
That's right.
Saturday we have military, and then Sunday we have breast cancer awareness, and that's gonna be sponsored by AW
or UAW. Yeah, UAW's got the breast cancer game on Sunday, so should be fun. We got some special jerseys. coming out. Got some stuff you can get.
The jerseys are unbelievable.
You like the jerseys?
I love the new jerseys.
I haven't seen the jerseys yet.
Oh, they are unbelievable. They're nice. They are really, really nice.
Looking forward to that. I'll watch online.
So get your new jerseys out. Get your new jerseys.
Yeah, you can order those. Go to KokomoBobkats.com. They have a shop section where you can order actually even custom jerseys. You can order like a player jersey.
You can order Johnny's jersey.
Order Johnny's jersey.
Order Johnny's jersey.
Yeah, you're 3-3?
Number 33.
33, that's
33,
right. Yeah,
33 jersey.
Yeah. Love
and
that.
make sure you mention Griffin.
Griffin Jr. on the back.
Griffin Jr. Love that. Yes, I mean, there's a lot of gear that people actually can buy at the games as well.
Yes,
so I'm guessing, are these hats maybe going to be for sale?
These hats will be at the game. Yes, the hats will be at the game. I think they may have some jerseys at the game.
Love that. Very cool. Yeah, and if you're wondering where that's at, it's in one of the hallways, the hallway in between the concession stands. That's where they have like the merch table. You guys can pick up a lot of Bobcats gear made locally here at Get Stitched. So go check that out this weekend. So Johnny, we always like to end the show, learn more about the player that's on the show this weekend. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you came from, how you got to become a Kokomo Bobcat.
Well, my name is Johnny Griffin Jr., if you guys didn't already know that. I'm from Ford Heights, Illinois, maybe like 15 minutes south of Chicago. How I became a Bobcat, I actually I went to a tryout that was in Chicago, the Chicago area. And Coach Cliff and them wanted to bring me in for a second tryout, and I actually end up missing that second tryout because
the weather
and a couple other things that was going on. So I actually reached out maybe a couple weeks later to Coach Steve, and he reached back out to me, and they brought me in for a tryout, and then that's how I'm here now.
So tell us about where have you played before? What's your professional history?
Well, I graduated from Loyola University, New Orleans, who recently won the NAIA National Championship this year. The head coach there actually coached with Coach Cliff in Qatar.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he mentioned that to me this past weekend. But yeah, I played in Slovakia my first 2 years overseas. I actually, I'm gonna go take a step back. I went to Windsor, actually, the Windsor Express training camp. But they ended up letting me go before the season started. So, yeah, I kind of got it.
I was gonna say,
that game, yeah.
Johnny's about to have the best game he's ever had on Sunday.
Yeah, that game is definitely on my list. But,
love it. Yeah.
But yeah, I played 2 years in Slovakia. It was kind of tough, because they don't really speak English over there, so I kind of had to learn the language a little bit to communicate with the citizens.
Can you say anything in Slovakian? Do you remember?
Dobrý den. Dobrý den.
What's that?
Good day.
You didn't like cuss or anything, right? You didn't say it like.
No. That's how they greet people.
Gotcha.
You come into a restaurant. They dobrý den. Yeah.
Love that. Dobrý den.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I'm Slovakian now. Love that. So, I mean, tell me what your experience as a Kokomo Bobcat has been so far.
The experience.
What's it like paying for this guy? Basically, is what I'm asking.
Well, Coach is a Hall of Famer, and it's good learning from someone like him who's been to the highest level. So all I can do is be a sponge and just soak up everything that he's trying to teach me, because I eventually want to, reach the level, reach and play at the level that he's played. But the experience has been good. My teammates has been good to me. They push me every day to be a better player. I work hard already, and it's good just having somebody that you can just bond with outside, and then go to the gym and put in some work. And it's just a good experience overall.
Good, nice. Got anything to say about Johnny?
Well, you know what? One thing he does, he works hard. I mean, that's what I'm looking for, guys to push each other to make each other better. In practice, the harder they push each other, they don't understand. The games become easier because if you can score and do all the things in practice with your teammates knowing your plays and your moves every day, when you start playing against guys who
don't know those
things, it makes the job easier. But if guys aren't pushing you to do that every day, it makes it your games you're working harder in your games, and that's what I'm trying to get these guys to understand. Practice. If you work your butt off and practice, the games are just a formality.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, Johnny, I've talked to quite a few of the players this year, whether it's on this show or through other videos that we've done with them. And they told me one thing about you. Multiple people did.
And what's that?
Is that you're a singer. You got a good voice?
I think I'm pretty good at singing, yeah.
Are we going to get him to maybe sing the national anthem before a game or something?
That would be great. That would be great. That would be great. I didn't think.
Are you a shy guy? Are you maybe introverted?
A little bit, maybe a little bit shy.
I think that'd be good for him, though.
I think that we break out the shell.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think that'd be a good idea.
Junior. The crowd goes wild.
I think it's a great idea.
As he hits the first note, everyone goes nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's crazy that my college coach actually says this to me all the time. Did they get you to sing the national anthem yet? He says that.
See?
It's coming.
Everything I post.
He's manifesting
he
it.
Posts
What
under
he's
my
doing.
post the same thing.
I love that.
It's coming.
We need to make that happen. All right. I'm going to talk to Sam.
We talk to Sam. Make it happen.
We're going to make it happen.
Make it happen, Cap.
That'd be good. It's going to be good. I mean, I think you should do it on Sunday when you play the Windsor Express and just say, hey, you didn't just miss out on my basketball skills. You could have been hearing this voice too, and they missed out on it.
And then cap it off with a win and a double-double. Oh, my God.
Come on. 16 boards. Get one more than you did this weekend.
I can get 20.
Oh, I like it. 20 boards.
Go get it.
Well, Johnny, we're happy you're here in Kokomo, and we hope you're enjoying your time in Kokomo here as a Bobcat. And just thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Bobkast. We really appreciate it. Like I said, we got another weekend, all 3 home games. We have Friday night at 7 o'clock against Medora Timberjacks. We have Saturday night against Kentucky Enforcers. And then Sunday afternoon, we have the Windsor Express coming in at 3:05. And as well as, like Coach was saying, we got military night on Saturday night. And then we've got breast cancer awareness on Sunday
night. Yes.
Yeah, so there'll be special jerseys. It'll be a fun night and fun games for that. So thank you for watching this episode. We'll see you next time.